This is a great question, and I thought the exact same thing before I went into labor and delivery. How would I deal with infant loss? Well, through nursing school, I was exposed to different areas of the hospital, and that involved a lot of trauma, death, horrible things. And I already knew that infant death was a thing if you wanted to work in the field of labor and delivery. Unfortunately, it's rare, but it happens. And in the rare moments I do have to take care of someone who lost their baby, I have my nursing hat on. There are so many things that a nurse has to do when taking care of patients like this. So after the baby's born, there are still so many things we have to think about. For example, now she has to deliver the placenta. We want to make sure that she isn't bleeding too much. We want to make sure her pain's under control at the same time trying to support her emotionally. It is okay to be sad and show emotion, but you just don't want your patient to feel like they have to take care of you. There are so many things that we have to do for the baby as well. I'm running out of time. I need to do part two. In part one, I was talking about how I deal with infant loss as a nurse. And I left off by talking about how we still have to do a bunch of things for the baby. People often ask me, what is in this box? So in this box, we take a picture of the baby, we have a lock of the baby's hair, and sometimes there's clothes in there just to represent the size of the baby. A mother can put whatever she wants in this box. So as a nurse, our role is to collect all these keepsakes. And after the baby is born, sometimes we also give the baby a bath if it's appropriate and the parents want it. There's a bunch of charting we still have to do and monitor the mother's bleeding. We have to call the mortuary. We schedule when they're going to come. Sometimes it's unpredictable because we don't give moms time limits with their babies. At least at my hospital, I've never had a patient want to keep their baby more than 24 hours. In fact, typically it's like the 4 hour to 12-hour mark is when they're ready to give up their baby. Even talking about this gives me goosebumps. So also in a situation like that, if a mother does want to keep her baby with her for an extended period of time, the skin starts to rot. So we have to keep the baby on ice. I know some hospitals have special beds that are actually cooling specifically for that situation. So basically what I'm saying in this situation, how I deal with it is that I am a nurse and I have my nursing hat on. That is my role. And I am so busy thinking about all the things that I have to do. I don't have time to lose it, essentially. And me personally, if I start crying, it's hard for me to stop. And I do agree it does take a certain personality to be able to deal with situations like this. It's always after my shift when I am actually able to sit down and realize what I did all that day. It's extremely hard, but I can tell you that I don't feel anywhere near as bad as what that mother is going through. We all know that healthcare is extremely heavy work, and healthcare workers are resilient, strong people. What helps me cope is having a good support system, whether that be a significant other or a good friend or a coworker or a therapist to talk about it. These deliveries are deliveries I will never forget. And I guarantee a mother will never forget how their nurse made them feel through this process. So when I have a patient like this, I want to make sure that they're comfortable and that they're safe to the best of my abilities. And that is how I deal with situations like this. I hope that helps.